Now it's time for us to get into the topic of the day. But before we get into the topic of the day, I just want to introduce our cocktail of the week, the Bad Man Spirit, inspired by our celebrity guest that's going to be passing through the show, J Bad. And the ingredients are apple juice, ginger syrup, sweet and sour, mint leaves, Good Day Energy drink, and the chat is proudly sponsored by Good Day Energy Drinks, keeps you going. And of course, the cocktails followed by Bruce Services. Are you enjoying it? I know this is your first time on the show. We give cocktails. We're nice like that. We're very nice. We take care of our visitors.
That's nice.
And I'm glad you like it. Anyway, so the topic of discussion today is, has Shatta Wale been blacklisted by the industry? So Shatta Wale has reiterated in recent times that some powerful people in the music industry have been pulling strings to shut the door on him. Cases in point are his non-inclusion in the Global Citizen Festival, Afro Nation, Afrochella artist lineups. Now, guys, has Shatta Wale been sidelined by gatekeepers of the music industry? I'm going to start with you, Vida, because you're the woman here.
Chris.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm very much confused about Shatta's crafts and how he wants Ghanaians to handle him.
Mm-hmm.
Because one moment you tell us you are the biggest, you are the highest, you don't need help from anybody. You don't need any gatekeeper holding your hands, leading you to places. Another moment you're complaining that there are people sabotaging you. I mean, if you are the biggest and you are the highest and you are all the names that the richest and all the names that you call yourself, I don't think you should portion blame on anything, because you can make things happen just like that.
Obviously.
I was listening to him when he said he's the only artist in Ghana who has been able to take or charge $100,000 3 times in a row. And out of these 3 times in a row, 2 of the shows he didn't show up.
Oh, wow.
So if I'm an event promoter or organizer, I'm looking forward to billing somebody who is top on the trends, who is reliable, who has the audience appeal, who has, you know, anything else that could make people show up for the show, because people are going to buy tickets, find their way from their homes to the venue, stay through all night, and make sure that you give them a good show. Now, what do you want us to do with you again? If you are that powerful and that strong like you claim, organize your own concert, show, or something. Now, back to the crafts and the showmanship. I've watched Shatta a number of times. Chris, it's disheartening to watch him mime at this stage.
Right. So you prefer...
You get, I'm speaking in terms of, you know,
as being an audience.
You understand?
A music lover.
The first rapaholic I witnessed, I was in awe. Like the first time I was hearing like a Ghanaian act do hip-hop, straight hip-hop on live beats.
Yeah.
It was entering my veins and I was feeling it. And it has continued from there, back to back to back to back. The Beam concert, you saw the magic. A Shaman to the World, you saw the magic that, I mean, so if I take you for audience appeal, the streets love you, then I need to get value for my money. I wouldn't want to listen to any miming. At a point in the performance, you see him walk like a girl. It's expected. At a point, you see him grab on the backside of a woman and give that woman some 3-4 pushes. At a point, there's a monologue. And then he has to tell the reason why he doesn't need anybody in Ghana, he doesn't need the industry, he doesn't need any media to become successful. So the boxes that you are taking now will not make somebody want to spend $100,000 or $200,000 like he says he takes now. I believe that we have a typical example, the Ejako story. It's a typical example of producers coming together to sabotage you. And then they'll make sure that they make another star out of you or from somewhere else. The sabotage that he's crying about, it is possible. It should tell you that you don't live in isolation in this industry.
Yeah, so I was actually going to ask, are his rants actually justifiable? But you said that, so let me just go to Yao. Yao, are his rants actually justifiable at this point? Especially for the fact that Vida has said that, yeah, it's possible. What do you think?
Well, I wouldn't use the word sabotage. But then at every stages in event organizing, there is someone on the table who make things happen. That's how it is. Someone is going to mention your name. Someone is going to talk on you. It is someone who is going to recommend you without you being there.
Yeah.
So here comes Shatta Wale, who in previous years has berated the whole system, saying he doesn't need anybody's help.
I don't need you guys.
And even with that, he still has always been getting the help. But then, let's look at the past year. He was built for Wonderland. He took the money. Did he attend?
Sure.
No, he didn't. Ghana Party in the Park, a whole lot of nice Shatta Wale.
Yeah.
Did Shatta Wale go? No, he didn't go. Wonderland, he never returned the money up to now. So let's see, if I'm an event organizer and I know all these things are happening, I don't think Shatta Wale would be in my list, because I probably feel he's bad for business. And in looking at Shatta Wale statistics, Shatta Wale is one of Ghana's biggest talents. He can pull crowd. But the question is, can he pull a paying crowd? Let's all be honest with ourselves. Most of the shows Shatta Wale has played to perfection has always been street shows, not a paid concert. You get it? The last event today was at the stadium, and that one, the rates were cheap. Events like Afro Nation are not coming to do 20 Ghana, 30 Ghana gate fees. We are talking 2,000 and above. Shatta Wale's crowd is not ideal for such events. So that's why this year, if you look at all the major platforms, Shatta Wale has only performed on street concerts. The Nungwa one, the Teshi one, the Adan one. But he has not performed in any properly structured event. And Shatta is volatile. A stage like the Global Citizen. I even wrote a piece about it, saying the way he's positioned his brand as a rebel, it makes him unpredictable.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what Shatta Wale will say. Like Vida said, the monologue. The monologue is always full of fronts and insults.
Yeah.
What if he's on the stage and something triggers him?
Yes.
What are we going to do about it?
Yes.
So
and that will shine bad light to the concert, especially for a concert that is actually themed for, making change to the world. Yeah.
You get it. Plus, he has not proven himself enough to play on these major stages. Yes, you have good music. Yes, you are good in your country. But you've not proven your mettle to be able to hold your ground at such events. An example, I don't like comparing, but let's use Tomboy as an example. He's been playing all the major festivals across Europe and America. This is someone you know is readily available to give off an amazing performance. We already know Sarkodie. Jackie was the gamble, but then Jackie performed to perfection, and we will see the effects coming up in the years to come. But for now, I think the only person sabotaging Shatta Wale is Shatta Wale.
I like that. I like that. All right, Roland, what do you have to say about that?
That's a very sensitive and very interesting topic. You see, like Bada said, if Shatta Wale is ranting now, there's somebody that says he's the richest artist in Ghana, has everything at his disposal, and he literally doesn't need anybody. But you see, I always say this, that sometimes the person that sacrifices usually is not the person to benefit from whatever that comes out of it. So this is somebody that, coming back at Shatta Wale, has sacrificed a lot for the industry.
Like
giving that empowerment to other artists to demand what they are worth. We can't take that away from him. This guy has single-handedly championed so many causes in the industry, called people out to do some of the right things that we are seeing in the industry currently. I don't remember the last time an institution like the Ghana Police, during the 31st night, issued a statement warning people not to give prophecies anyhow. I don't remember. But it is out of the effects of this guy. And if today he is crying that he's been sabotaged, or he feels he's been sabotaged on certain tables, I would want to see it from a different angle, which is, this guy has gone through, because of his way of dealing with stuff, he has earned himself so many enemies in the industry.
Right.
That is a fact. He's earned himself so many enemies in the industry. And about 50%, you can blame him. Because if he had sat idly or quietly in his comfort zone, he wouldn't have earned himself those enemies. Okay, so earning that enemies, he's been able to ride through those challenges to still be relevant throughout. You understand? And we know we have we have artists of Shatta Wale's caliber or trait, so many in the industry. There are some people that would think that because this guy has been able to fight institutions over the years, gotten some of them to do the right stuff, some of them he got it wrong. But then, at the end of the day, he was able to squeeze certain results out of them. So somebody would say that, okay, to me, I feel this guy is my idol, this guy is my mentor. So if tomorrow I also want something done, I will probably go the same line. But what the guy is complaining now is not about himself, but about the guy who probably is looking up to him through that direction. That if today I am being sabotaged and you want to toe that same line, you want to fight that freedom cause, then this is the results that you are going to get. This is what you are going to face. He is not crying because he feels, okay, you are sabotaging him. Shatta Wale, the Global Citizen Festival, we have the all the artists that performed, they took their money. The Familia did not perform. We have so many of our artists who did not climb that stage. See, all those who performed took their money. Shatta Wale equally can find other alternatives to get his money. He will go and lie down in front of a big man, sleep on the floor, take the money. At the end of the day, he's gotten the money. That is the final point.
And that's the money.
You see, the young art that is coming, that is looking up to Shatta Wale, trying to plow that same route, may not have another alternative of getting the result. You understand? Maybe you can sabotage Shatta Wale for not climbing the Global Citizen Festival stage or the Afro Nation stage, okay? But then he can equally find another way of getting money and being okay. But can the young act do the same thing? So that is his cry.
Well, that is his cry, or you think that is his cry? Do you think that's genuinely his cry, or it's just you saying, oh, I think this is his cry? Because at the end of the day, he's an artist. At the end of the day, he still wants people to recognize him as an artist.
Oh, yes.
If he has other ways of getting his money, that's his what. But still, his craft needs to matter.
Oh, yeah.
So now at this point, we're talking about, is his craft giving him the money and the stage he wants to be on?
So, it's for the experience Shatta Wale has in the industry. I think he has enjoyed a lot.
Right.
Okay. And he has I think by now he has this embedded in his mind that he's the sacrificial lamb. And he is going to die, excuse me to say, like a Christmas fowl, and probably nobody was going to remember him. But what he wants to do is what the other generation or the next generation would enjoy. And that is what he's fighting for. The first Afro Nation that came to Ghana, man was on stage. Man was on stage.
Okay.
So,
but the first white land that came to Ghana,
he wasn't.
Why?
Even though he took the money.
Exactly. So
But
that's the problem.
The reason.
So that's the problem.
You see,
we can't make excuses for those things.
Nobody is making excuses for him. That's what I'm saying. For what he's doing, he's earned himself so many enemies. And they will come at him. He knows it. But he is trying to point out some of the things in the industry. So there are so many people who are very emotional in this industry.
Okay.
That the moment you step on their toes, they will definitely mafia you on a certain table.
Well, it's not so many people. I think we are all emotional. Anyway, Vida, I just want to ask you right now, do you think it's time for him to redefine his music, or redefine his way of, doing things?
I mean, you can't tame him, neither can you give him directions to follow. He has an album coming.
The one that has been coming for a long time ago.
The GOG. I've seen some coins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the one they've been talking for almost a year right now.
3 years.
Yes.
You see, 3.
years.
You see, I'm even saying almost a year.
Yes.
Right.
And playing shows as an artist in Ghana now is like a crucial source of revenue for them, because it's not like the cassette days where you can.
It's not exactly.
So now the online, the downloads and all that, So I'm wondering how he's going to do that, connect himself with his art, with his fans, if he chooses to toe this line. Because I don't know if Citi is going to do December to Remember. Already, I'm sure there are shows out for this Christmas that he's been, is it cancelled or ruled out?
Or not remembered? Yeah, let's not be harsh.
So he's not the kind of artist that you want to tame or sit down and say, do this, do. He has a management.
In management.
He's on Instagram and social media, you know, throwing jabs at his manager, Bulldog or God.
His former manager.
Because they said they are still working. No,
His brother's former manager.
they said they are still working. So he doesn't need direction. He doesn't need advice. He just needs to, you know, tone down, respect the fact that all that he was able to achieve was within a certain time frame. It is someone else's time. You need to respect that person, because he's even furious that we are saying that Black Sherry's album is going to do better than his. Look at the controversy surrounding one album release. Now he's still going on a media tour, the same media that you don't need to succeed. So Charlie, it's a difficult situation when it comes to Shatta Wale, seriously.
All right, yeah. So talking about the jabs from Bulldog, what do you make of it? Especially for the fact that this is the same guy that is supposed to be his manager. So, you know, I'm even confused. Are they working? Are they not working? I really don't know. But what do you think about these jabs?
I think at this moment they are not working. But before I touch on that, I need to touch on Roland's PR. Like, Roland is doing...
He's doing too much,
Trying so hard.
Amazing PR.
Oh my God.
For Shatta Wale.
The way he came, he told me you were rather the PR.
Like,
Not knowing he was
He's
rather...
doing amazing PR, but we need to be truthful with ourselves. Shatta Wale is not doing what he's doing for the generation
Exactly.
coming. If he was doing it for the generation, he would be doing it for his artists that he signed, that we are not seeing anything for. Shatta Wale is just space because you are seeing amazing shows coming to your country, and as one of the finest artists, definitely you deserve to be on, but because of certain stuff, it's not a part, because these are big money events. They are not like small money. So no one can say Shatta Wale does not want to perform on the Afro Nation stage, or he didn't wish to perform at the Global Citizen. But we also need to understand that his shadow manager, which is Chris Coney, is an influential person.
Exactly.
It's not as if he doesn't have people of influence that can fight on his behalf. But then he has created a certain image. That is why people are, you know, kind of shunning away. And even a typical example would be Bulldog, who has seen Shatta Wale, been with Shatta Wale, they fought, they came back, they claim they are still working, even though they've broken off. Coming hard at Shatta Wale, more than we, the people they will call critiques, with Bulldog stating that Shatta Wale's behavior is the reason why he's still stagnant. If someone close enough can see that, it's sad. And for an artist as big as Shatta Wale to come on national television or radio or even on social media and say he's not getting a distributor, it's a disgrace to the industry. Because if Shatta Wale, not anybody, Shatta Wale, says he's not getting a common distributor for his album with all his numbers, then there's something wrong with the Ghana music industry. Honestly speaking. And one will wonder why. Why is he always Shatta Wale? Because Sarkodie signed the publishing deal. Stonebwoy is now with Def Jam. Why Shatta Wale? That's what they don't want to look at.
After the whole Beyonce thing.
Roland is looking like you're piercing him with too much pain.
No, because
you're piercing him too much.
Because of all the talents, top 3, Shatta Wale, and he's not getting everything his competitors are getting, or his compatriots are getting. It should tell you something. It is not the people, it is the source.
It's not the people.
We need to let him know, so that if he's able to change, then he'll change going forward, because he has a lot of potential. And me personally, I love him. But the fact is, he is sometimes too relaxed at where he likes to brag a lot.
No, because he has his money.
No, but
do you have his money?
No, but that's the thing.
Do you have a house?
No, that's the thing.
Do you have 7 houses?
You
have 7 houses.
Don't just brag.
Do you have dollars?
Walk the talk. you get like this guy, the Tesla guy. Elon Musk can come on social media and talk big. He backs it up.
Exactly.
Shatta Wale, back it up with the numbers.
7
back
houses.
it up.
You forgot the swimming pool.
Yes, he has a swimming. Do you have a swimming pool in your house?
Has he played Global Citizen?
Oh.
You see,
in
this industry, or in our daily activities, what gives me satisfaction is not the same thing that gives you satisfaction.
So
my definition for success is not your definition for success. So if you want to compare the fact that the likes of Stonebwoy signed to Def Jam, Sarkodie also has a distribution deal, and the fact that Shatta Wale still doesn't have somebody to distribute his project is a shame to the industry. I beg to differ, because you see, the point is that everybody has what gives them satisfaction. To you, probably to Stonebwoy, a $20,000 or a $50,000 is cool to him. But to another person,
$100,000.
it is 100,000.
Okay.
I don't think that Wizkid, Davido will charge what Burna is charging simply because they are all doing the same craft. No, they charge according to what they deliver. They charge according to what they think they are worth. And this is art. Art can only be priced by the person providing that service. Okay, so if Stonebwoy thinks that, okay, the deal Def Jam is bringing is cool to me, he obviously go for it. So if Shatta Wale over the years has still not accepted anybody on his project to help him in distribution, then you should know that he's definitely not had the offer he's looking for, because that is his craft. That is his form of art. You see, people can just make paintings and somebody would see the painting and would not regard it.
Yeah.
But a lover of that art or that craft will see it and will even price it $1 million. You would never understand because you are not in that shoes. Okay? So if Stonebwoy and the likes have their own deals, Black Sherif just signed onto Empire not long ago. And so many people went haywire because they felt like the money was too small for Black Sherif. But to him, it was good. It is a good deal. And it is paying off for him. That is him in his craft and in his shoes. Seeing what he's been offered. He likes it. So if Shatta Wale has still not received a distribution offer yet, or has not accepted a distribution offer yet, then it clearly means that they are not offering him what he wants.
No, but that's where you commit yourself. Here's the thing. In as much as the creator prices the art, sometimes when I buy the art, the person who buys the art, there's added value. Just if Elon Musk buys my art, he wants to resell it.
Yes.
He has value.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Yes, you have your art. You say it's 1 million. I'm the buyer. That if I'm not buying, it means I don't think you are pricing your content right.
The resale value is low.
Yes, so I don't see your value, because if I saw your value as 1 million, I don't think I'll complain. And that's what I'm saying. Shatta Wale has the numbers. He has the fame. He has every single thing an entertainer has. So if you feel I'm not giving you the amount you deserve, that means you're not worth me my time. So you need to,
Okay, can I ask you one question,
Okay.
Roland? Would you agree that at this point he's suffering a bit when it comes to being an artist, maybe wanting like obviously from all this, I feel like he would have longed to be on those stages.
Oh, he's human.
Do you understand?
He's human.
So yes,
definitely.
okay, so that means he's suffering from that. There's a pain, a little bit of pain there.
Just a little.
Okay, so now this suffering, do you think it's coming from his deeds?
Oh yes, parts are coming from his deed. About 50%.
Okay.
Yes. I would blame 50% of
80?
whatever is revolving around him to him. I would blame him for that. And the other 50% are the people who want to
So you
come
think,
at him.
so you think people are hounding him?
Oh yes.
So it's
of course.
50-50.
50-50.
But why would someone want to hound you if you didn't do anything?
You see, there are some people that they can't go beyond personal feelings and be professional about what they do. Okay. So if you foul me or if you do something I don't like and a deal comes and I know, oh, this deal on the table, Chris is the best person to do it, I should be able to go beyond my personal sentiment with you or my feelings with you and be professional and give you that deal. Because at the end of the day, it is the money we are all looking for.
Right.
At the end of the day, it is the goal, the end result. So if you are going to give me that result, why shouldn't I give you the deal? But there are so many people that can't go beyond their personal feelings and just be professional about it.
So if you say, if you put it like that, it is a bit confusing because you're the same person. No, we have all agreed right here that they've given him, chances, but he's messed it up himself. So why would I go back to calling you?
Yes.
Because so many of the information out there about him messing up is very scanty.
Okay.
Especially
But if you don't show up for a show, it can't be a scanty
That's not
excuse.
scanty.
It's an obvious thing.
you see
Roland.
the
You're
recent
trying
the
so
recent
hard.
party in the park
Yes.
that came the news that came out.
Yes.
There was a deal that the organizer was supposed to honor. Okay. So he proposed a deal. You were supposed to accept. You didn't.
Okay.
And later they had to go and
No,
renegotiate.
I think you should delve deeper because I listened to that interview as well. He wanted the organizers to put him only on the show. And if you know the culture of Ghana party in the park, you can't be the the
Only
one
person.
artist on the whole
So,
thing. It's a party.
so
It's
if
not.
you can't, what stops you from telling the artist point blank, I can't? Okay, until the last day when he saw that, okay, we still have other people on board. But then his main course was for the GOG activation on that stage, which was totally off during
So he
even
definitely needs a platform.
Which,
So if the guys had told them that we can't do this, that would have culminated in a live video of him dissing everybody. Don't go to Ghana party in the back. Don't go, because I mean, it's gonna do. We all know how he handles issues. You know, there's some NDA stuff that you see himself sitting on social media, cussing everybody else and all that. So if you are organizing, you're dealing with Shatta, you need to be, you need to be quite
I agree.
strategic.
I agree.
Yes.
And you need to also be professional about it, because if I propose something and you think you can't make it happen.
No, if you want to be the only artist on a bill and you realize there are others, it automatically tells you that that deal has been cut off.
All right, guys. Okay,
he
no.
he went to renegotiate, and they told him, okay, because we can't do this for you, what is the other alternative? What other thing can we also do to make this a success? And he said, okay, now pay me like the normal payments that you give me, because this is not the first time you are giving me $100,000. Pay me, and you say it is outrageous.
Okay, well, I think this conversation can go on and on and on and on. So before we actually jump into the next segment of the show, I have just one question to ask everybody, and you just you have to go straight to the answer. So what does Shatta Wale really need? Does he need a record label? Does he need management, or change in character? So just goes around. Start with you.
Let's start with his representative.
No, Roland, start.
For changing character, he can't change.
Okay, so what does he need?
He needs a label. He needs some people to help him project his craft.
So
That's
meaning
all.
his management is not doing great.
Yeah.
So
He needs to redefine his act and let us know whether he wants to stay in the musicians camp or the estate developers camp. So that we know.
Yeah, has 7 houses.
Yes.
Shatta needs every single aspect of the music industry, from management to. I think he also needs to organize his own shows. For mindset, he's too old for that.
But
He
even
can't
last
change.
year, he
now.
organized his own shows. He wasn't on so many platforms. He did his own. He created an alternative for himself.
Just
I
one
love
show.
Roland and
Me
what
too.
he's doing on this show today.
I'll employ you when I become a politician.
But I want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you, because this
Welcome.
conversation was very interesting. I think we could actually go on and on and on in the
Yeah.
game, but